the top stories. Immigration Department condemns what it calls malicious information being circulated. Antigua and Barbuda assesses push to increase food production, and 13 killed and 251 injured by gas leak in Jordan Port City. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Wednesday, the 29th of June, 2022. I'm Jason Davis. Nationally, a voice note has been brought to the attention of the Ministry of National Security in which someone is heard alleging that a charter flight from Haiti came into RLB International Airport on Saturday, 25th June, with 71 Haitians on board, all of whom held new St. Kitts and Nevis passports. The person on the voice note was very critical of immigration officers for allegedly allowing these 71 Haitians into the Federation. The Immigration Department advises that no private charter with Haitians holding St. Kitts Nevis passports arrived at any time on the weekend. According to information out of government headquarters, 6 Haitians arrived on Saturday, the 25th of June on Sky High, and none had St. Kitts and Nevis passports. They all held Haitian passports and all had visas that had been duly granted. The Ministry of National Security strongly condemns such false and politically malicious statements and urges persons involved to refrain from circulating such statements that are designed to mislead the public and seek to obtain cheap political points. The Traffic Department is urging drivers to get the proper license plates that are stipulated by law. During ZIZ Radio's program On the Road on Wednesday, Sergeant Sophia Henry outlined the specifications for approved license plates according to the law.
The regulation states that if it's a private vehicle, the plate's supposed to be black and the numbers and letters supposed to be white. If it's a omnibus, a H, the plate's supposed to be green, the numbers and letters supposed to be white. And also for a rental, the plate's supposed to be red, numbers and letters white.
Taxi?
For a taxi, it's a yellow plate with black number and letters.
Okay.
She noted that failure to comply with these regulations will attract a fine of $100.
These numbers and letters are supposed to be the colors that I just called. And failure to do so is an offense.
Wow.
And that offense is failing to comply, not conforming to regulation. And that is a $100 fee.
Wow.
So I believe it's if not one your number plate is that color, it's better to change it. Then you have to pay $100 plus either think it's 75 or how much ever to change it.
Sergeant Henry encouraged persons to check their plates and make the necessary changes as the Traffic Department will be issuing tickets. The importance of acquiring event licenses for parties, festivals, and free events is being underscored by Grace Richardson, licensing agent with the Eastern Caribbean Collective Organization for Music Rights. In explaining how payment is broken down for each song or creative work composed, she said that the person who may be on stage performing is simply that, the performer.
The person you see on stage is not necessarily the person who the song belongs to. They're performing a work, but the work actually belongs to songwriters who you might not see on stage. For example, check the BMI site, bmi.com, and look at Ashanti, right? Search for Ashanti's name and look at the song Baby. What you're going to find is that she's listed as a performer, but the rights holders to the song, the owners of the song, are actually 19 publishing entities and 6 songwriters. So now she's performing the song on stage, but those persons have to get paid for the use of that.
She said intellectual property rights have to be taken into account.
So the license fee that is paid for an event or by a bar or restaurant or any establishment that is using music, whether for payment or for free, because people don't realize that if you have a free event, there's a free event license, right? So anytime you use music that is in copyright, the persons who are the copyright owners, the copyright holders, need to be paid, and it's in our Copyright Act. So it's a very serious thing that we're dealing with, intellectual.
More information can be gained from ECHO's website, www.echorights.org. Moving now to news on the regional scene. Antigua and Barbuda and other nations within CARICOM are looking at creating policies to reduce their food import bill by 25% by 2025. The idea was first introduced back in 2020 as part of the CARICOM COVID-19 Response Agri-Food Plan. ABS's Jessica Russell reports.